Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. On today's video we'll be learning how to pad a princess dart bustier. If you don't already know how to cut this, I'll be dropping the link to the cutting video in the description so you can go watch that before you join us on this video. So let's get started. So guys, I added half inch on the neckline, half inch on the shoulder, half inch on the side for joining, and then 1 inch on the lower part. I also did the same for the side. I added half inch, and then 1 inch on the lower part. Then on the side I did not add any allowance because I already added that while drafting the pattern. So guys, the main reason why I added 1 inch on the lower part of these pieces is because I'm making it as a top and I want it to be a bit longer. So the center front is cut on fold. As you can see, this is how it looks after opening it up. So this is the center front, and then for the side front I cut 2 pieces, as you can see. So guys, the next thing to do is to add interfacing on these pieces to give it stability. So guys, I'll just go ahead to place my fabric pieces on the interfacing and then cut out. This interfacing has an adhesive glue on one side, so I'll be gluing that part to the wrong side of my fabric using my pressing iron. So guys, I'll go ahead to cut this out. After cutting out, I'll proceed to iron my interfacing on these pieces. So guys, I'm going to place the rough side of the interfacing. The rough side is the part that has the adhesive. I'll place it facing the wrong side of these pieces and then I'll go ahead to iron it. If you are new to this channel, please don't forget to subscribe and also give this video a thumbs up if you find it helpful. So guys, I've gone ahead to iron it. The next thing I'm going to do is to mark my under bust point. I will mark this on both sides, and then I will connect with my rule like so. And then after that, I go ahead to place this on my wadding. This is also known as breast pad in Nigeria. I'll place it on my wadding. Just watch carefully to see how I'm going to do this. So I'll make sure that line aligns with the lower part of this wadding. As you can see, I'll just go ahead to trim it because it's not straight. So guys, after that, I'll go ahead to mark 7 inches from my shoulder downwards like so. I'll mark 7 inches. I will mark this on both sides, and then after that I'll just go ahead to trace the line. I'm just going to trace it like so, and then I'll go ahead to connect my point. The next thing I'm going to do is to cut this out. So guys, this wadding also has a glue on one side. I'll be gluing that part to my pieces with my pressing iron. So after cutting the center front wadding, we'll go ahead to cut wadding for the 2 side pieces. So guys, I'm still going to place it like so, making sure that the under bust line aligns with the lower part of this wadding, and then I'll go ahead to mark 7 inches or 7.5 inches from my shoulder. So to get my shoulder, I placed my under bust measurement on the under bust line on this side piece, as you can see, and then that's how I was able to get my shoulder. So I marked 7.5 inches downwards, and then I traced the cups from that part, and then for this part I went ahead to mark 3.5 inches, which is my nipple to nipple measurement divided by 2, and then I connected it with a curve. So I'll just go ahead to cut this out. So guys, to understand better, you can go ahead to watch this step over and over again. So after cutting, I'll just go ahead to notch on the lower part. That mark I made there is just for me to know which side is going to be on the downside of my side pieces Then I'll just flip it over, place it on the wadding again and cut for the second side piece. You need to be careful with this step so you don't end up cutting two same sides, because each side has an adhesive. So I just had to flip it over to be able to cut the other side. So after that, I'll just place it on my side pieces, and then I'll go ahead and iron all the pieces. I'll just go ahead to place my iron all the pieces. So guys, after ironing, this is how it's going to look. So just go ahead and iron it and show you guys how it looks. So guys, I'm done ironing, and you can see, like I said, this has an adhesive on one side, so it has already glued to the pieces. So this is how I'll place it. From the down part, I'll just go ahead to sew this down, and then as I sew, I'll be turning it like so. As you sew, you make sure you control the other part till you sew to the end, and then on this side, so this is how I'm going to sew like so. That's how I'll be turning while sewing. I'll be turning while sewing until I get to the end, and then this is how it looks after I was done sewing. I'll just go ahead to notch the down part, the under bust part of this piece. I'll just go ahead to notch so that it will relax on the other side. So just create your notches, and then after notching, I'll just go ahead to iron these seam lines. So to iron the seam, I'll use my tailor's ham. This tailor's ham is used to iron curved edges. So if you don't have one, you need to get one for yourself. You can make it yourself, or you can buy it from any tailoring store. So this is how I'm going to open up and iron the seams. This is how it looks after I was done ironing. You can see how the seams are open. This is how it looks on the outer part. You can see how beautiful this looks. So guys, the next thing I'm going to do now is I'm still going to add interfacing on my seam lines. To hold it down, I'll cut a stripe of interfacing and then place it like so, and then I'll go ahead to iron it. I'll do this for the both seam lines, and then I'll come and show you guys how it looks. So guys, this is how it looks after I was done. You can see how neat. This interfacing just helps to hold down the seam lines. This method is better, and it will make your work look neater than running a top stitch on your piece. So guys, this is the end of our video. Bye, see you in my next one.